Hi, sweetie. Are you eating your lunch? You want to see? Yeah. Yeah, phone, honey. You want to see? I shall get it from you. Grandma? Emma's like, close enough. She says, we were looking at his, shoot, his pillow with the turtle. I was trying to get the turtle down. How do we say turtle? How do we say turtle? Everything. But he has the two syllables. Yeah. Peanut, peanut butter, jam. Peanut, peanut butter, jam. Where's our baby? That's the baby and the baby's mom. Oh, I wish you had a picture of that. I keep forgetting I have to go on Google. Well, yeah. Peanut, butter, jam. What are you doing, buddy? Is it a what's that? Okay, Mama, DJ. He's really, he really likes that. Oh, you showed too much in. Dude. I can't do that. That's what it is. ACP, PC, was it there? We need to get him out because he couldn't read this morning. I think it's early in the morning. Yeah, early in the morning after you spraying, that's kind of it. This morning, you just snorting stuff. I'm sorry. You want the special? We need the special. Money everything. No, we need the watermelon. Jesus, sorry, like that. We put some in the watermelon. And then what else we do? What else we do with the strawberry too? And then you can put the strawberry and the beans on. And with the two, and the beans on. Hungry, I can spit it all over grandma. We have no trouble. I mean, you really notice how he's gotten. You notice that? This keeps drinking. And drinking. It's just there. No, he wasn't able to take a drink. Bebe, no. He said, no one?
No.
He said, no. No. No, I now you can say, you want to touch the duck again? Long shirt, oh, wow. Okay. Then everything. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. It's peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut jelly. It's all that. You like that? Apple. Peanut jelly. It's all that. Where are the cat? Peanut butter jelly. It's all that. Oh my God. Yeah. How often you sent to the bus today? No, there was one no. No. I think it was flies. I didn't know. But we got it all done. Did you get a wolf? You could go for a walk. You could go, huh? You gonna go for a walk? Oh, if you're gonna run, you better be careful. Grandma's gonna go. Now go for a walk without me. You wanna go outside? Mommy's gonna go outside with you, baby. Yeah, I'll be back. You're gonna go for a walk, sweetie. What are you looking for? Why do you need that? Good morning, everyone. Coming at you this beautiful afternoon from Israel. Hope you're up and going. I know most everywhere in the U.S. right now, you're probably like 8, 9 in the morning, something like that. You're just getting your day started, so I hope you're ready to join me for a big stretch class. Today we're going to focus a little bit more on back, this week at least. And some of the stretch exercises we did last week on shins and the Achilles as well. We're going to put those in there. Make sure you have your resistance band or your yoga strap. Also, chair if need be, just have it close by just in case, your yoga mat. And last but not least, your yoga block if you need that. So we'll go ahead and get started. Let's just stand proud, hip width apart, feet flat on the floor, getting that core engaged because that really helps protect that lower back. And tailbone to the floor, zipping up the coat, and then one nice long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone and rolling those shoulders back. And the minute that core gets engaged, you can feel it. Just all those muscles, everything firing up. Something to keep in mind throughout your day is a lot of times you'll find you end up with like strain or backache or something like that. And it's because a lot of times you're just introvert. Think about engaging your core and elongating the spine, and that will help. And once you keep doing that and kind of reminding yourself, it's like second nature, and then you don't have to worry about it as much. And actually, I can tell you since I've been here in Israel, I've been carrying my grandsons quite a bit. I noticed it's just something I remember from when my kids were little, when I was a young mom, just kind of arching that lower back. I don't have a lot of arch back here, just kind of lifting back, especially when you're multitasking. And so you start feeling that and not engaging the core like you should. So this is something that I felt a lot of people really need to stretch that lower back or the entire back. I know I do. So we'll get started here. You've got that core engaged, shoulders down. From here, if you need to, just stay on the chair and rock back on the heels and rock forward on the balls of your feet. You do not have to lift those heels high. This is not like a really high lift over the heels. Okay, just kind of warming things up from the bottom on up. Now taking that walk in place, chairs there if you need it, pushing the floor away with the balls of the feet. Weight staying over the big toe, second toe, because you're trying not to sit on those ankles and hurt the ankle. Last two. Keep it here. Modification, propping the foot as you circle the ankle or lifting. And other way. And then you're really engaging that core because it's helping with that balance as well. And switching sides. And I'll start modifying right here. Then we're going to switch it around and I'll pick it up. And think of engaging the back glute and the inner thigh to help also. Stepping down, pointing and flexing. And as you do this, I'm tapping the floor with my big toe. Heel comes down on that modification. As I'm pointing, I'm coming up and over the foot, flexing from underneath. Point, and flex. So I'll start off modified and then I'll take it up. And other side. And flex. Keep going. We've got about 3 more. One more. Step down. You can stay looking at me. I'm going to turn profile for you. I'm going to come about hip width apart. I'm going to get those hips. I'm going to bend, and I'm going to lean forward on that front leg just a little bit so I can see that stretch right in there. It feels really nice. And you can hold on to the chair, hands on hips and vertical, otherwise. And now we come to that other side. Same thing. Coming down, you can hold on to the chair or not. I'm not lifting my heel, I'm putting it flat on the floor with a little stretch. And then I'm going to come center. From here, I'm going to go into my runner's lunge. It's a little bit wider now, about shoulder width apart. Pushing that heel down still, and then leaning forward so I can really feel that stretch up my calf a little bit. Underneath here, just a second longer. Coming up, heel up, lunge position. So if we're knee, heel, ankle, I'm going to push my hips forward. As I do that, I'm going to get a little stretch in the side of my body. getting my quad also in that stretch. And up and into my runner's lunge right here. Up we go, other side, same thing. And if you've been working out a lot this week, come up, close that lunge, hips forward, other side, get that stretch. Then these stretches are going to feel so nice. It's nice to kind of give your body a break from high intensity and come back again. Whether it's if you've been doing some good cardio, there are a lot of great instructors out there right now going live and coming center. Okay, now from here, I'm going to get the inner thigh staying hip width or shoulder width apart in parallel. And tailbones back, chest lifted, inner thigh here. We've been doing weight work or whatever. This is nice to just stretch everything out. Probably that stays to spine to protect that lower back. We're going to do one more time each side. And last time. And up we go. We're going to open it up. So we're opening here with the hips staying stacked in a slight V. Okay, I'll turn the music down. You bet. I'm going to turn that down for you. I just got some info. Thank goodness Megan's taking care of that for me. Okay, going back to that second position. It's not a sumo, so tailbone's not here. It's down. Tailbone to the floor, flat inner thigh, knees tracking over big toes. Second toe, we're going to add the arms. As we plie down, we're going to breathe in and exhale as we straighten. So plie in and exhale as we come up. We've got 8 of these. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Give me 4 more. Feet stay flat on the floor. And just go to where you feel the stretch. 2 more. Now on this last one, we're going to bring the arms out and keep it down and hold. So you're feeling that stretch right here in the inner thighs. Then a little bit underneath, a little bit on the quads. You're getting those legs, getting the glutes as well. And up we go. And walk it in. Shake it out for just a second. Working on the hip flexors. We're going to open and close. Arms again. Hand on chair, wherever it works for you. I'm just going to put my hands on my hips. And so knees bent. We're opening and closing like half a circle. And switching sides and open and close. 1 more. Good. Now from here, it's like a one-legged jump. You've already done that point. So as you come up, push off the floor with the ball of your feet and point. And you're going to feel those lower abdominals work. And you're going to swing the arms to get those shoulders nice and lubricated. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Nice. From here, we're going to stay in parallel, shoulder width. We were turned out, now we're parallel. Elbows up, and we're going to get that core rotation, but we're going to move the leg with us and core hold, get a nice little twist, and 2. Oh, that feels nice. And 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to stay with upper and lower body, and then we're going to take it just to upper body a little bit. Okay, parallel, and we have those chest openers where the arms are on the diagonal, and we squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're also getting a little stretch because we come back in that little bit of a runner's lunge, not a deep one like we did earlier. Okay, so the arm that goes down is the leg that goes back. Here we go. 1. Back to center. Good. Switch. And 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Good job. Staying hip width apart, parallel. From here, soften the knees, roll those shoulders back. Now, just one at a time. Singles 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring them forward. Now, singles, starting with that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now make it bigger. 1, 2. We're slowing it down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, and back. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one, and 8. We're going to keep the legs close together. Come up and give me a stretch to the side. Feeling all the way here. Now, coming up, palms to the ceiling. I'm going to turn sideways. You don't have to. Tailbone tucked under, belly button to spine, chin to chest as you round that back. You're getting that nice stretch. This should feel so good. And back to center. Bring that hand down and stretch to the side. We're going to get the back again here in a second. Oh, that feels nice. Once again, go hip width apart and tuck the tailbone, belly button to spine, chin to chest, round that back. And center. From here, circle around at the wrist. Now bring it forward, switch, and palms down and up. So palms down, palms up. Depends on where it's comfortable for you. You decide what feels best for you and do that stretch. Okay, last one. Let's get our shoulders one more time. So here's our modification. Patting ourselves on the back, hand on my tricep as I press in just a little bit. Otherwise, make that L, bring the shoulder down and hold it here. And switching sides. Here's our modification. Here's full out. And triceps. So modification, hand on the tricep, patting yourself on the back again, and just pressing back a little bit. Otherwise, bring the hand behind and make sure that you don't stick the booty out, tailbone down, belly button to spine, elongate the spine here. Turning our head and get a stretch. And center, and other side, modified, full out, taking it up that notch, turning our head, and side. And center, and bring it down, and let's bring our ear to our shoulder, chin to the opposite armpit. You can push it away, just keeping those shoulders down. Or if you want to, because you're not going back, or keeping it in a much better angle here, you can press just slightly, not a lot. Getting a nice stretch and center, ear to shoulder, same thing, other side. You can push away, you can do both, whatever feels best for you. And center. Good. Now we're going to get that yoga block, if you would like to use it, and come down to our mat. Okay. And also get your resistance bands, because we're going to start out seated, and we're going to do legs right in front of you. Okay. Now this one, again, we were working on the shins a little bit. But what I want you to do is, as you point, you're coming up and over, and you can press down a little bit on there. And you can feel that coming up the leg there. That should feel good. And then flex. This is your modifier. So just pointing it down and flex. And then if you want to take it up, that's where this resistance band comes in. And point, and flex, and point. One more, we're going to switch. So you know what the modification is. I'm going to go ahead and take it up this time with that resistance band, switching legs, and point, and flex. Take your time, and flex, and point, and flex. Last time, and flex. Good job. Okay, put that to the side. We'll be using that a little bit later. And we're going to do another one that we haven't done before for that back area. We're gonna come down to our stomach. First thing I want you to think about, my legs are hip width apart, tops of my feet are on the floor, belly button to spine to protect my lower back. This time, instead of like a cobra where I'm bringing my hands under my shoulders, I'm gonna bring them a little bit further out because I'm gonna have my forearms flat on the mat. And they're about, shoulder width apart, palms flat on the floor, my head's in line with my spine. I'm just gonna hold it here because I'm thinking of elongating my back, not compressing my vertebrae at all, elongating. And I'm looking down at the floor, okay, or looking right ahead of me, so my head is in line with my spine. And that's one way. If this is perfect for you, you should stay there. I'm gonna come down. This time, I'm gonna come out just a little bit farther. My arms aren't straight, they're down, and my shoulders are down and away from my ears. But again, I'm thinking of elongating the spine, not compressing the lower spine there. Good. Okay, so right here, hold it, belly button to spine, and release it. We're gonna go one more time, so you have option 1. My forearms never leave the floor, up just a little bit, or if you can bring them up, and I'm not all the way up here, I'm bringing my arms out, and I'm concentrating on my back quite a bit here. Ah, that should feel nice. And bring it down. Now, hands under shoulders as you walk yourself to all fours. This one, of course, we've done. It's cat and cow, knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, palms flat on the floor, belly back to spine, and starting cat. And releasing cow. Cat, cow always feels so good. And cat. And cow. One more time like that. And cat. And cow. And neutral spine. Now, open those knees wide, toes together, sit back into our heels, walking our hands forward. Think of pushing the armpits into the floor. You can use that yoga block in front of you for your forehead or forehead to the mat. Hold it here. Now let's walk those hands over to the right side, left hand on the right as you feel all the way on the left side of your back. Walking to the other side, and right hand on left, feeling it here. Back to center one last time. And walking it back. Great. Now, if you have that yoga mat in front of you, you can pick it up. You can have a seat on the yoga mat or keep it to the side, whatever works best for you. Okay. And we did this one last week, getting the chest, the back, the shoulders, and we have a breath in there as well. So roll those shoulders back to start, breathing in, and exhale, and fingertips to our temple and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hands on the bottom of the thighs here and around the spine. Kind of, it's like what we did standing up, only seated. And straighten back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Shoulders stay down. Round. Chin to chest. Neutral spine. One more time here. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and around the spine. Neutral spine. Nice. Now, we're going to do a little bit different one for our back here. You have a couple of options. If you have trouble, crossing those legs, some people do, and that's okay. Hip width apart. My hands are going to be on the front of lower part of my leg. I'm just gonna lean over, let it go, drop my chin down and hold it here. And I feel that stretch coming up my back. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cross. You can even take turns, you can come up with, I've got my left leg on top and just roll it where it's comfortable for you. You're gonna feel that stretch actually on your leg and on your back. If you do it this way, if you cross your legs, doesn't matter, just go ahead and let your head hang down, but keep your seat on the floor. I'm gonna switch legs a minute, but keep the feet flexed. It helps protect those knees, and switch if you want to. And back up we go. I know that was a lot of information. Okay, going into our figure 4. Turning towards our leg, leading with our chest and chin. Walk to where you feel that stretch. Hold it here. Feel that, the back of that leg. And we're elongating the spine still. So I'm not rounding it over. And walk it back. And center, palm down. Now on this one, you can stay here. If you're feeling nice and stretched, you can come out to your straddle stretch and hold it here. Making sure both your sits bones are on the floor. You can pull that shoulder back a little bit. And up we go. I'm going to switch sides in my figure 4. Turning, same thing. Where you feel the stretch, hold it. Looking down, your gaze is down at the leg. Walk it back, modified. Full out. And back to center. Coming to center with both legs. Now this one depends, everybody's body's so different. If I go to the side, that is so easy for me to get a deeper stretch. Here I struggle with this as well. Okay, so belly button to spine, chest and chin lead, walking it forward, getting behind the legs, getting the hamstrings. So it could be right here, but you're not rounding it over. You're nice, long line from crown of the head to tailbone. Shoulders down. And walk it back. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to do, I think it's one of my favorites just because I've done it for so many years with dance. We're going to go into our frog stretch first. You know what? I'm going to rewind that. We're going to come into our butterflies first. We're going to keep that spine nice and long. We're going to go into our butterfly position. And from here, if you want a little deeper stretch, I'm going to bring my forearms on the inside of my calf, and I'm keeping my back straight again, belly button to spine, to get that stretch. And up we go, butterflies. And hold the stretch. Now again, my shoulders aren't up here. I'm not going to keep that tension. I'm going to elongate through the neck, through the spine. My gaze is down. And back up to center one last time. Butterflies. And stretch. So I'm not coming over here. I'm elongating. And back up we go. Okay, now here we go. We're going to go into our frog stretch. And again, if your legs stay up here, it's fine. It's just where it's comfortable for you. Don't arch the lower back. Think of relaxing into your mat. So we come down to the floor, the legs just open, okay? And we just relax our upper body into that mat and hold it here. Hands can go to the side, on your stomach, wherever it's comfortable for you, because your stretch is on the pelvic region, the hips, hip flexors here a little bit too. And bring those legs together. Now roll to your side. Take your time, come up. This is where if you have your resistance band, go ahead and get it. If you don't, I will give you the modification. So both feet start on the floor. I'm going to take that resistance band around the arch of my foot, but if I don't have one, I'm just going to hold on to that leg lightly to get that stretch. So if you have that band, go ahead and use it and hold on to it a little bit to get a little bit more stretch in there.
because you're using resistance. Now bring that knee to the chest and extend both legs. We're going to go into our windmills. So I don't have a band. I'm bringing one arm over, and it doesn't have to be very far. I'm going to get that stretch across on our windshield wipers. Then switching arms. Same thing if you have your resistance band. Okay, so take your time. And open, just that close and open. Now this time as we bring that leg across, we're going to hold it there, okay? So either with that resistance band or holding on to, I'm holding on to my calf, okay? Opening, same thing. Holding on from underneath, you could, not in the joint, but in your on your thigh as well, you can hold on to it here inside, whichever is more comfortable for you. Bring both legs in, take the band off if you have it, holding on to the low, to your calf area, your shin area below the knee, and circle it. Doing stir the pot, and other way. Now this time I will use a band and switch sides. So you know the modification. Stretch it here, belly button to spine still. And knee to chest. Extend both legs. Now over, same thing, windshield wipers, where it's comfortable for you. Taking our time up, that foot is flexed. Now this time, as we cross, we're going to hold it. We're going to hold it right here. And just feel how good that stretches. And open and hold that stretch. And bring both legs in. You can set that band aside. We're going to stir the pot again and around. And other way. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options here. Arms are out to my side. You can bring those toes up and just bring the legs down to where you feel that twist. Turn your head to the other side. Or you can start at table knees above the hips and bring them over and hold it here. Bring the legs up or just bring them over and to the other side. Now, if you've been at table, you're going to bring them up, bring them down, and then just side to side. 2, 3. Now hold it on this next one, so it would be towards me. Both legs are going to come to the side a little bit. Separate those legs. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, so top leg, both knees are bent, and I'm just going to put a little pressure with the opposite hand on the side of my thigh here. And hold it. That should feel so nice. Knees together, other side. Same thing. Knees together, back to center. Hip width apart. Okay, bring that leg that's away from me up and over, flexing the foot. If you want to keep your legs on the floor, that's great. Just put a little pressure, open up a little bit on that inner thigh to get a nice stretch. Otherwise, lift, thread the needle, holding on underneath the hamstring. Our last option here, you don't have to roll up, is fingertips, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so whichever one is the most comfortable for you. Both feet down, and let's switch sides. Remember those 3 options here? One, or sitting up. I'm going to go ahead with that second option. And leg comes down, hip width apart, tailbone's going to come up to the ceiling. Our neck and shoulders and head are staying on the mat, very relaxed, palms down, tuck. It's not a high bridge, we're going to come up to a little bridge, booty just barely off of the mat, hold it here, looking up at the ceiling, and then coming down 1 vertebrae at a time. And again, up we go. And coming down 1 vertebrae at a time. And again, up. And coming down 1 vertebrae at a time. Going into that happy baby. So we're about a little wider than hip width, not quite shoulder, holding on wherever you feel comfortable and rocking side to side to get a nice little massage in that back. This should feel so nice. Good way to end before we go into that relaxation section. Last one, coming back to center, legs down, feet down, arms to the side or over the head. Wherever it feels good for you to get a nice stretch, elongate from the toes, past the fingertips. And then relax everything. Bring your hands down to your side, palms up, closing our eyes. And keep those eyes closed. Listen to me. You're just listening to the sound of my voice and the music. So from here, we're going to release any and all tension from our body before we start our day. Okay? And just breathe and let go of all thoughts about anything that's bothering you, worrying you. Go to a happy place right now. Start your day on a good note and just let your mind just get rid of all those negative thoughts. Think of positive things right now. And slowly from the tips of our toes all the way to past our fingertips, we're going to work with gravity, sinking into that mat. Think of little faucets all the way up your body, and as I tell you, each part of your body, just open the faucet and drain all that tension out. So we're going to start with our toes, and open the faucet and drain that tension and out. Then our feet and our ankles, heavy into the floor. Past our calves, draining all tension out. And past our thighs and our glutes. Going to our lower back, which we've worked on quite a bit today. Our back, our middle back, and our upper back. Feeling totally relaxed. And past our shoulders, neck, and head. Now drain all that tension out of our upper arms, lower arms, wrists, hands, and fingers, and just breathe. You should feel like you're melting into that yoga mat. Now, we're going to inhale and expand, and exhale and contract it all down. Let it go, breathing in through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now go back to normal breathing. Slowly bring yourself into a fetal position on your side, bend those knees, roll over, taking our time, top hand flat on the palm flat on the mat or the floor, rolling yourself up slowly to a seated position. Hope you're feeling really good right now. Legs wherever you want, crossed, knees up, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Zip up the coat, belly button to spine. You're engaging that core, roll the shoulders down. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Join me tomorrow for our bar class, Ballet for Fitness, and also the surprise class, which is our PIO class. I would love you to join me for that as well. If you have any questions, go ahead and send a message. If you have an area of the body that you really want me to work on as far as our stretches, go ahead and send a message and I'll see what I can do for next week or the following weeks. Have a great day.